Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Renee Barala Gutierrez, and I will be the hearing officer for the hearing that we have this afternoon. We have a few items on our agenda, so we'll start right away with the public hearing at 4:02 p.m. And so we'll take the items as they're listed on the agenda. So we'll start with the first item. And Alex, if I could have you present that first item, please.
Yes, ma'am. Item 2A on the agenda is request from Sag Cheese Coffee House LLC for a Restaurant A beer and wine liquor license with on-premises consumption to be located at Sag Cheese Coffee House, 730 St. Michael's Drive, Suites 3RE and 3SE.
Okay, thank you. And who do we have on behalf of the applicant this afternoon for this first item? Did he walk away?
We have the owner and I am the general manager.
Okay, could you please state your name?
Michael Russell, and the owner just walked back to his computer. It's Erwin Sag Cheese.
Okay, and I'm going to ask the clerk to swear in, I guess, Mr. Saichi, you'll be speaking on behalf of the application as the owner?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so if we could have Isabella, our clerk, swear you in, please.
Can you please raise your right hand and then state your full name and your address for me?
Erwin Sache, in our business is at 730 St. Michael's Drive, Unit 3RE.
Do you solemnly declare and affirm that the testimony you have in reference to this item shall be the truth and nothing but the truth, and do this under the penalties of perjury?
Yes, I swear.
Perfect.
Thank you. So I have had the opportunity to take a look at your application, and I wanted to ask you if you have anything additional that you would like to add to it at this time?
No. I
Okay.
think everything that we submit, I think that's the way we want it. Is just eventually we wanted to add some outside, but that's I heard it's another application, so that's we leave just behind.
Okay. Thank you. Alex, did we have any comments submitted with regard to this application, or do we have anybody online that would like to address it?
There is currently nobody in the waiting room, and I received no written comments on this request.
Okay. So Mr. Saichi, I note that there will be a couple of conditions placed on the approval of your application.
Okay.
The first one is that you will be required to obtain all necessary permits, licenses, comply with fire building land use codes for the outdoor patio areas.
Okay.
And the second condition is that you will be required to comply with all of the City of Santa Fe ordinances.
Okay.
And do you have any objection to compliance with both of those?
Not at all.
Okay. I will prepare a written hearing officer's report based on the application and our hearing today. That will be submitted to the governing body for final approval to move it through the process.
Okay.
And do you have any other questions or any other comments on this one?
No. At the moment, yeah, USB is waiting for this moment to see what's gonna be. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you appearing this afternoon. You're welcome to stay on or you're welcome to leave, whatever you'd like.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to our next item. Alex, would you present the next item on the agenda, please?
Yes, ma'am. Item 2B on the agenda is request from Santa Fe Spirits Holding LLC for a craft distiller liquor license with on-premises consumption and package sales with patio service to be located at Santa Fe Spirits, 7505 Mallard Way, Suite I, and 7500 Avenger Way.
Okay. And who do we have on this application this afternoon representing the applicant?
You have Chuck Biota. I'm an attorney for the applicant.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Piota. Since you are an attorney for the applicant, we don't need to swear you in as you're already under an obligation to speak the truth in our hearing. Do you or the applicant have anything additional to add? I did have the opportunity to review the application.
Okay, no, I appreciate your review, and I'd like to, if I can answer any questions, I would be happy to do so. And if there are any comments or objections directed our way, I'd like to reserve the opportunity to respond. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm fine as is.
Okay. And Alex, did we have any comments, provide written comments, or do we have anybody waiting in the waiting room to address this application?
There's currently nobody in the waiting room and no written public comments were received.
Okay. So based on my review of the application, again, it looks in order. So I will prepare a written hearing officer report that will be forwarded to the governing body for review and consideration at their next opportunity.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. And I would guess, Mr. Piotr, you're on the next couple of items as well.
I am, thank you.
Alex, would you present the next item?
Yes, ma'am. Item 2C on the agenda is request from Santa Fe Spirits Holding LLC for a rectifier manufacturing liquor license to be located at Santa Fe Spirits 7505 Mallard Way, Suite I, and 7500 Avenger Way.
Thank you. And I understand that we have Mr. Piotr here on behalf of the applicant again. And I have had the opportunity to review this application as well. Mr. Piotr, do you have anything additional to add at this time?
No, ma'am, same, happy to answer questions and would like to be able to address comments, but otherwise nothing to add.
Okay. And I apologize, in my interest in moving forward, I neglected to reiterate to you the condition that'll be placed on the previous application.
Okay.
And I'll just note that there be the same condition placed on this application. Alex, do we have anybody in the waiting room on this application?
Nobody in the waiting room and no written comments received.
Okay, so just to kind of sum it up, for the application with relation to the craft distiller liquor license, the required, excuse me, condition will be that you comply with all City of Santa Fe ordinances. With regard to the rectifier manufacturing liquor license, the same requirement, you are to comply with all the City of Santa Fe ordinances. And Mr. Piotr, would your client have any objection to compliance with those requirements?
No, ma'am,
Okay,
no objections.
very good. I appreciate that. Thank you. I apologize for skipping over that part. Alex, we have one more item with regard to this applicant. Would you present that one as well, please?
Yes, ma'am. Item 2D on the agenda is request from Santa Fe Spirits Holding LLC for the following. D1 is pursuant to section 60-6B-10 NMSA 1978, consideration of a waiver of the 300-foot location restriction to allow the sale of alcohol at Santa Fe Spirits 308 Reed Street, which is within 300 feet of Santa Fe Jewish Center, located at 230 West Manhattan Avenue. If the waiver of the 300-foot location restriction is granted, consideration of a request for a craft distiller first off-site location liquor license with on-premises consumption and package sales with patio service to be located at Santa Fe Spirits 308 Reed Street.
Okay, thank you. And again, I'm expecting that Mr. Piotr is representing the applicant on this one as well.
Yes, thank you.
And do you have anything to add to this application?
No, the same. I'd like to note for the record that we submitted a letter of approval or a letter of support from the Jewish Center relative to the waiver request. And also, although it's the nature of this application is a new application due to the non-transferable nature of the liquor license type, the operation in question that has been in existence and was in existence prior to the location of the Jewish Centers taking over their current location, just as a matter of historical record. Otherwise, same comment. Would like say thank you for your consideration and would like to be able to answer questions or respond to any issues if there are any.
Okay, thank you. Alex, did we receive any comments with regard to this application, or is there anybody in the waiting room that would like to address it?
No written public comments were received on this request, and there is nobody currently in the waiting room.
Okay. Thank you. So I will note that there will be two conditions placed on this application. And the first is that applicant is required to obtain all the necessary permits, licenses, and comply with fire building and land use code requirements. The second is that the applicant will be required to comply with all the City of Santa Fe ordinances. And Mr. Piotr, will the applicant have any objection to compliance with those two requirements?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then again, I've had the opportunity to review this. I'll prepare my hearing officer report and we'll move that forward to the governing body.
Okay, thank you very much.
I appreciate your attendance. Thank you very much for your application, applicants. Thank you very much for attending our hearing this afternoon. You're free to stay. We have a couple more items on our agenda. Moving on to the next item. Alex, would you present the next item, please?
Yes, ma'am. Item 2E on the agenda is request from Sidhu G Restaurants LLC for a Restaurant A beer and wine liquor license with on-premises consumption to be located at India House 2501 Cerrillos Road.
Okay, and who do we have on behalf of the applicant for this application?
Somebody did just join, Miss Olivia. I'm not sure if they are
Okay.
here on behalf of India House.
No,
Okay.
I'm here for Santa Fe Spirits.
Okay. Oh, here he is right now. I'm letting him into the waiting room right now. My apologies.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Singh. We are just starting with your application.
Yes, go
And-
ahead. I hardly can
and-
hear you.
Okay, I can hear you fine.
Just a
will you-
second, let me get, I hope I can do that. Let me get my Bluetooth.
Oh, no problem.
That might help me a little bit. ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਪੈਡ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਦੇਖੋ
ये बात वाले के ठीक है नहीं होगा फिर जावा
You can try it too. So okay, like not in the face. You just run off and then get over and you just keep it. Try it too. You don't
Can you hear me
Shimmy.
okay? Can you hear me okay,
Hello?
Mr. Singh? Can you hear me? I can hear you fine.
No, that's okay. Okay,
Okay, can you hear me okay now?
I don't know, still having a problem. Where are you? I can just hardly hear you.
I'll try to speak up. How's that?
ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਤੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਲੂਟੁੱਥ ਵੀ ਔਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੀ ਆ
It's on.
नहीं वॉल्यूम ਇੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਬਟਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ
You just muted it.
ਆਹੋ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
ਉਹਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਘੱਟ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ
Oh, shoot.
Is your Bluetooth connected?
Yes.
Can you hear at all or very, very lightly?
I don't know, my volume is full, but I can hardly I can hear you, that's it.
Okay. You also have the option to telephone in if
Bluetooth
that might be.
connection उधर ही होगी आवाज है ना?
Yeah,
Mm.
your Bluetooth not connected.
OnePlus थोड़ा सा.
Maybe OnePlus. But the Samsung very soon.
Is that yours? Oh yeah? Dad, ਕਦੇ ਆਪਦਾ Bluetooth ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ connect ਕੀਤਾ?
ਆਹੋ ਆਹ connected for calls and audio 99% battery ਠੀਕ ਹੈ.
Okay, line.
Let's see.
How about now? Is that better?
Oh my God.
No, it's not connected.
It's not.
Something
and you
wrong.
can't-
My Bluetooth is not
Bluetooth-
connecting to the
Maybe I don't
system, and then for the voice from the tablet, it's not much. It's like very
Right.
little.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Simiana.
What?
Sorry, what were you saying? I'm gonna try to listen for him and let him know.
Okay. Why don't we, I'm going to ask you to maybe phone in to the phone number that's provided on the agenda.
Okay.
And in the
phone
meantime,
number ਹੈਗਾ ਸੀ ਇੱਕ?
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead to the
Call
next
that number real
application
quick.
while they
Dad,
work.
stop wasting.
Wait.
Ah, so
let's see.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
लग जाना.
Oh, okay. Yeah, technology, sometimes that happens, but while he gets prepared there, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, and then we'll circle back to item 2E if that's okay with everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Alex, would you go ahead and present the next item?
Yes, item 2F on the agenda is request from Torogos Restaurant LLC for the following. Number 1, pursuant to section 60-6B-10 NMSA 1978, consideration of a waiver of the 300-foot location restriction to allow the sale of alcohol at Torogos Restaurant, 410 Old Santa Fe Trail, Suites A and B, which is within 300 feet of San Miguel Chapel located at 401 Old Santa Fe Trail. And number 2, if the waiver of the 300-foot location restriction is granted, consideration of a request for a Restaurant B beer, wine, and spirits liquor license with on-premises consumption and patio service to be located at Torogos Restaurant, 410 Old Santa Fe Trail, Suites A and B.
Thank you. Who do we have on behalf of this applicant today? I think you're muted at the moment.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Nain and I'm representing Torogos Restaurant. I'm the owner and the manager.
Okay. Thank you very much for attending our hearing this afternoon and for waiting your chance on the agenda. I did have the opportunity to review the application. I'm sorry. Before I go on, Isabella, would you mind swearing in Mr. Ramirez, please?
Can you please raise your right hand, tell me your full name and state your address?
Yes, my name is Naim Ramirez and my address is 410 Old Santa Fe Trail, Suite A and B.
Do you solemnly declare and affirm that the testimony you have in reference to this item shall be the truth and nothing but the truth, and do this under the penalties of perjury?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. I did have the opportunity to review your application. Do you have anything that you would like to add to it at this time?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alex, did we receive any comments with regard to this application, or do we have anybody waiting to address us?
Nobody is currently in the waiting room and no written comments were received on this request.
Okay. Mr. Ramirez, I'll note that there will be a couple of conditions placed on your application as it moves forward. The first is that you will be required to obtain all necessary permits and licenses, comply with fire, building, and land use codes for the outdoor patio areas. The second is that you will be required to comply with all City of Santa Fe ordinances. Do you have any objection to compliance with those two requirements?
I don't.
Okay. Then, Mr. Ramirez, I will prepare a written hearing officer report. it will then be moved forward to the governing body at their next available opportunity.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for attending. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We'll circle back to item 2E. Do we have Mr. Singh available by chance?
He's not in the waiting room.
And he does have the opportunity, there was a phone number, right? Usually with the
Oh,
Zoom and.
There's a Samsung currently in the waiting room.
Oh, there we go. Let's let them in.
Right, yeah, so what we.
Oh, let it connect. Mr. Singh, is that you on the telephone? Ah.
Or just. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Singh, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you now very well.
Oh, good. Oh, glad you got that straightened out. No problems. So I'm going to ask Alice to represent this item, item 2E on the agenda, and we'll start from the beginning.
All right, sorry for the delay.
No problem, Mr. Singh, no problem.
Okay, item 2E on the agenda is request from Sidhu G Restaurants LLC for a Restaurant A beer and wine liquor license with on-premises consumption to be located at India House, 2501 Cerrillos Road.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Singh, I'm going to ask Isabella to swear you in before we proceed with any testimony from you.
Okay.
Hi, can you please raise your right hand, state your full name, and give me your address?
My name is Gurpal Singh, and my business address for license is 2501 Cerrillos Road, Santa Fe, New Mexico, 87505. And my residence address is 76 East Saddleback Mesa, Santa Fe, 87508.
Do you solemnly declare and affirm that the testimony you have in reference to this item shall be the truth and nothing but the truth, and do this under the penalties of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. I'll note, just for your reference, my name is Renee Barela Gutierrez, and I'm the hearing officer this afternoon. And I've had the opportunity to take a look at your application. And is there anything that you would like to add to it at this time?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay. Alex, did we receive any comments on this application, or is there anybody in the waiting room that would be like to address it?
There is currently nobody in the waiting room and no written comments were received on this request.
Okay. Mr. Singh, I'll note that there will be some conditions placed on the approval of the application. The first one is that you will be required to obtain all necessary permits and licenses, comply with fire building land use codes as required.
Yes.
And the second is to comply with all City of Santa Fe ordinances. Do you have
Yes.
any objection to either of those?
No. I know that I have to provide all those licenses before I get the license.
Okay. I will prepare a written hearing officer's report. It will then move forward with your application to the governing body for their consideration. And if you have nothing, do you have anything further to add to it at this time?
Like what? Like, I don't know, because I just had applied for a beer and wine, and then that's all I need. And
Right.
operational hours is already just a business operating hours. And I don't know if we need a special permission for Sunday sales or no.
You don't need special permission for Sunday sales, no.
Okay, so then I don't think that I need to add anything else in there.
Okay. All right, Mr. Singh, I appreciate that. Then, as I stated, I'll prepare my report and we'll move it forward at the for consideration at the next opportunity that the governing body has.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your efforts in getting here. I know that sometimes technology is
That's it.
challenging.
That's it.
That was it.
Oh my God. All right. Sorry for holding you people that long. I'm really sorry for that.
No problem.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you. You
thank
you have
you.
a nice day.
Thank you. And
Right.
seeing we don't have anything else on the agenda, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing and adjourn our meeting at 4:27.